Aleph, second column. What? What? Just backed up. Okay. The Maharal. We're on page Lamed Aleph, Perek Dalet, second column. The Maharal had said, quoted the Gemara in Yuma, where Rav Shmuel Nachmani had said in Rionis, and Oilem l'tamid chachomim, woe to tamid chachomim she'oskim b'Torah, ve'im ve'im Yerushalayim. So he explained that who has greater relevance to Yerushalayim, who should have Yerushalayim, the Talmud Chacham, that through Torah he has a recognition. And yet, if he does not, so not only does he not take advantage of what he could have achieved, but the claim against him is even greater, because here he sees and he understands, and despite that, he rejects, he throws off the yoke of Yerushalayim. So he explained it. And he says, the fourth one, when do you say woe? Woe is if it's a very serious loss. Rabbi Kalatsky, that's where we're at, fifth line. He actually was bemoaning the fact, the tremendous loss, a person doesn't have a residence, and he makes a gate for the residence. Harei dovazeh pol shel batola, pol shel batola shulchanim hu, balzeh shaykh litzok. Ki kasher yesh lo Torah, ve'en bo Yerushalayim, harei dovazeh bechinom. It's like you're wasting your time. Kimo bi she'en lo chotzev osel shar. Person doesn't own a courtyard. He's making a gate for the courtyard. What causes a person to do the mitzvahs correctly? Yerushalayim. So the whole idea of having the Torah is to do the mitzvahs. But if you don't have Yerushalayim, so what is it? It's like having a gate for the courtyard. There's no courtyard. Where are you going? You're going nowhere. Ultimately, it's going to what? It's going to be nullified. But he says the main point is he's comparing a person who's Torah and Yerushalayim. He doesn't have a residence, and he's making a gate for the residence. The gate is the entryway to go into the inner sanctums of the residence. The bais no v'sogor.
That Yerushalayim.
V'kacha the Yerush Hashem dira sa'odam eitzel Hashem yisborach k'mo she'isbar l'malo. When do you have a residence by Hashem? If you have Yerushalayim. If you have no Yerushalayim, then you're not welcome, right? If you acknowledge Him, you revere Him, then that's the entry point. Otherwise, so you've made a gate. You want to go in, but you can't go in. The fear of Hashem is its storage location. Yeshlo mesach mavdil mechitza ben Hashem Yisborach ben Odom Agashmi. By the Torah Yeshlo Pesach, he's explaining something. Why is that the gate? He says if a person is physical, as explained, has no relevance to Hashem. I saw there's a Maharal, beautiful Maharal. You know, the first Hadaser Sadibur says, "Anoch Hashem Elokecha Asher Tzisich Meretz Tzoroyim." I took you out of Egypt. So all the before Shem ask, what does it say? Anoch Hashem Shasisi Shemayim V'Oretz created the world. So Maharal says all the answers aren't sufficient. Don't really fully answer the question. See, he says, Anoch Hashem Elokecha. He says, Anoch Hashem Elokecha. I am your God. What's the proof that I am your God? He says, a person who's a slave, what is he? He's a chattel of the master. Your essence is purely a possession. Your body is not yours, your mind is not yours, your time is not yours. So what are you? You're an object. An object which is limitation, that's physical, has no relevance to Hashem. You can't have relevance to Hashem. That's what we call gashmi. It's material. What happened when Hashem took us out of Egypt? We were no longer avodim. Beis avodim motzisonu, right? Mitzrayim galtonu beis avodim bilisonu. He took us out of Egypt. Taking us out of Egypt, that's an indication that what? That is because Anoch Hashem Elokecha. Why am I Hashem Elokecha? Why can I be a God? Because now there's commonality. Now you can be spiritual because you no longer have the handicap of what being controlled and being limited by a master. You understand? So Anoch Hashem Elokecha. Because the point is, why do you have relevance to God? That day Hashem says, I'm the what? I'm the creator. So you're the creator. What does that have to do with us? But how do we know He's Hashem Elokecha? That I am your God, that you have relevance to me. Since I removed the yoke of servitude to the Egyptians, and you're no longer a slave, the chattel, therefore now you can be the spiritual person, and you can assume that spiritual profile. That's how the Maharal explains it. No, that was the first mitzvah. But here we're talking about this is the essence of who we are.
It's relatable. Problems can relate to this.
No. Again, what is it? What Hashem was pointing out? Anoch Hashem, I am God, but who am I? What relevance do I have to you? Right. But why do I have relevance to you? Because I took you out of Egypt. That I created the world has nothing to do, because if you're not qualified, then we can't have a relationship. So that's the point to make. Hashem Elokecha. That's the main point. And why can it be Hashem Elokecha? Because I took you out of Egypt. He's going to say the same thing. A person who studies Torah, that gives him relevance that he's been spiritualized. You've been spiritualized. Therefore, you have relevance to Hashem. But what happens? But if you don't have Yiras Shamayim, but that's the point he's making. You have the entry point to go into the what? Into the residence. A person is a physical being. There's a veil separating a person is a gashmi, is a physical person, he has no relevance to God. What's the entry point? Because you have Torah, and Torah spiritualizes the person. So that makes him what we call the ruchoni, makes him the spiritual. V'zeh she'omar chaval, and this is what he says. Rabbi Yannik says, chaval al the lesle darso, v'tar del darso ovid. Woe to the person, he doesn't have a residence, and he's making a door for the residence. This person, what's the value of the Torah? To arrive where? To be the spiritual person, to have relevance to God. But if he has no Yiras Shamayim, so that means he's not fulfilling the Torah properly, so what are you wasting your time? He says just the opposite. The claim against him is even greater. You who understand what your responsibility should be and you choose not to have Yiras Shamayim. So that means you're even a more physical person.
So I was saying that Yiras Shamayim is even more important than Torah?
Torah without Yiras Shamayim, it makes the Torah almost worthless. Worthless, because he's not...
Yiras Shamayim alone, and you don't learn Torah.
No, that's nothing. If you have Yiras Shamayim, it'll bring you to study Torah. Right? It'll cause you to seek out Torah.
We said, somebody who's has simple emunah, simple Yiras Shamayim, and he just does his life with Yiras Shamayim, that's very valuable.
Definitely, no question.
Right, so that...
Yeah, but he has to do things correctly. Let's say you have it's like I said yesterday in the Chofetz Chaim. Person is Yiras Shamayim, he doesn't want to speak Lashon Hara, but he never studies the laws. And he believes he's not speaking Lashon Hara, and he's speaking Lashon Hara. Mm-hmm. So what's the value? Right? It's irrelevant what you believe. The question is, what are you doing? I mean, you need both. But what about if you have Torah and you have an understanding of what your responsibility is, and despite that you don't do it? To the contrary, the claim is even greater because you're doing the wrong thing, and you should be more sensitive, and you should revere, and you choose not to revere. God, I know you're there, but I'm turning my back on you. So there's a greater claim against the person. So he says the residence is by Hashem, and the Torah is what is the Pesach to the residence. But what happens if you have no Yiras Shamayim? That means you don't have a sensitivity to Hashem. So if you don't have that sensitivity, you're making an entry point to where? To nowhere. Because Hashem is not interested in having a relationship with you. Ubevarei divrei b'Shmuel v'divrei b'Yanai ma'Hashem Reb Shmuel oilam tamechom hainu shein ve'Yiras Shamayim legamri. We're talking about a Talmud Chacham has no Yiras Shamayim whatsoever. I mean, different. We spoke degrees of Yiras Shamayim. Not every Talmud Chacham has to be, the Tzaddik Ador. Has to be the, he's not there, but he has to have some. What about it? We're talking about a Talmud Chacham who has no Yiras Shamayim whatsoever, totally uninhibited. There's nothing, no line that he wouldn't cross.
Like that is basically just an
It depends where he started. Depends where he started. He could have one been that, and then he chose to give it, right? He says. We're speaking about She'ebo Yiras Shamayim legamri. He doesn't have he's totally divorced from Yiras Shamayim at all. It's woe. Rabbi Yanai Machlis Talmud Chacham she'enu nizar b'masim. Ab ki eino chote legamri. He says Rabbi Yanai is speaking about he's not careful. He does things, but he doesn't do them properly. Ab ki eino chote legamri. He's not a total sinner. Rak she'enu nizar legamri. He's not as careful as he should be. He doesn't use the term oy. Mikoma chaval. He uses the term chaval. It's a shame. Al the lesle darso v'taral darso ovid. You don't have the resonance, and what do you make the door for the resonance? Here he's differentiating. Oy means woe. It's like ochenvei. Chaval means it's unfortunate. The second verse is unfortunate, but it's not the woe. First person we're talking about, he has no Yiras Shamayim whatsoever. That's woe. Because here the claim is very strong against him. The person doesn't observe, although he knows. The second person, he observes, but he doesn't observe exactly with meticulousness because he doesn't have the Yiras Shamayim. But he does. He's not a sinner.
I'm sure I understand the difference. The first one has no Yiras Shamayim
whatsoever.
And the second
he has
one
no compunction of crossing the line. He doesn't keep things.
Right, the second one?
Second one, he keeps things. But he doesn't have sufficient Yiras Shamayim to do things properly. He'll put on tefillin, doesn't make a difference. Tefillin is straight, not straight. Nothing is perfect. Whatever he does is always flawed. That person, so what's the value of his Torah? If everything you do is flawed, then also, God, you don't have a relationship with Hashem.
I mean, can you translate that as someone who just does rote religion? Is that what we're talking about?
No, his attitude is it doesn't make a difference. Sometimes, it does make a difference. It's not lechatchil, it's b'di'evid. Another person who doesn't know any better, is not Talmud Chacham, he'll ask, he says, how am I supposed to do it? He says, this is the way he's supposed to. He'll do it the way he's supposed to do it. The other person who knows better, b'di'evid is good enough. Yotze. We didn't get to yet. To be continued. The term chaval da'avdim lo mishtachin, by what Hashem said to Moshe Rabbeinu when he asked the question. He says, I promised Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. They never asked the question. You, where I revealed to you, Ani Hashem, you're asking the question. So over there, the terminology in the Chazal is chaval al da'avdim lo mishtachin. Woe. So chaval doesn't mean woe. Right? Oy means woe. Chaval means it's unfortunate. Even though everybody it translates to chaval, woe to the right chaval al davn, woe to those who are lost and no longer found. No, chaval is not. It's a shame. It's woe, but here it does mean it means it's unfortunate to a lesser degree. Right. No, chaval is not hevel. Chaval is with a ches.